gas prices,
gas price headaches,
gas prices direct.
Happy New Year's, everyone. 2022 was a year of crazy gas prices. Because of that, a lot of people started to look at electric cars as a way to save money. In this video, I'm gonna break down how much money I saved free supercharging my 2015 Tesla Model S in 2022. I'll break down the math, metrics, and how much I saved versus gas, versus if I had to pay for supercharging, and versus if I only charged at home. As a cherry on top, I'm going to show you how much I saved over 2.5 years driving 50,000 miles, as well as the repair cost for a true cost of ownership analysis. To begin, I took ownership of the 2015 Tesla Model S in May of 2020 for $37,500. At that moment, it had 38,000 miles on its odometer. At the end of 2022, my odometer was at 87,800 miles for a total driving distance of 50,000 miles over 2.5 years of ownership. As a reminder, my 2015 Tesla Model S has free lifetime supercharging. If you're looking for a Tesla with free supercharging, you have to find one with a build date of April 2017 and prior. Fortunately, I have a Tesla supercharger under 10 minutes from where I live. Now let's break down my 2022 stats. Right now, I'm averaging around 391 watt hours per mile due to the cold weather. That translates to around 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour. However, my year average is 310 watt hours per mile, which translates to around 3.23 miles per kilowatt hour. Driving 24,000 miles at 3.23 miles per kilowatt hour translates to around 7,400 kilowatt hours used for 2022, of which 68% or 5,000 kilowatt hours were charged at a Tesla supercharger, and 32% or 2,400 kilowatt hours were charged at home. So first things first, let's compare how much money I saved versus if I drove a comparable gas car. On the Tesla app, it says the gas equivalent of how much charge I used in 2022 would be $4,077. This is based on the Illinois state average for premium gas. Tesla does all its calculations for premium gas. Keep that in mind. However, I live in the Chicagoland area, which has the highest gas prices in Illinois. So to do a proper comparison, I looked at the U.S. Energy Information Administration website. I took the averages of all the months and calculated the premium average gas price for Chicagoland area was $5.24 for 2022. With the average gas car in the US having a 24.2 miles per gallon average, it would take 992 gallons to go 24,000 miles. Thus, based on my calculations, it would take $5,200 to go 24,000 miles based on the average premium gas prices for the Chicagoland area in 2022. From this, you can see the Tesla app underestimates the amount of savings I made in 2022 because it takes the Illinois state average versus the Chicagoland state average for gas prices. Therefore, I would save $5,200 if I only supercharged my Tesla in 2022 due to the free supercharging. However, 1/3 of my charging came from home charging, and this is where it gets a little interesting. Looking at my historical energy usage for 2022, I mapped out per month how much it costs per kilowatt hour. Keep in mind, I'm not doing hourly pricing. As you can see, it was highest in the beginning of the year at 12.9 cents per kilowatt hour, before dipping towards the middle of the year at 10.7 cents per kilowatt hour. It then rose again at the end of the year at 12.4 cents per kilowatt hour. This averages to around 12 cents per kilowatt hour for 2022. At 12 cents a kilowatt hour, it will cost me $288 to cover 1/3 of my entire year's worth of charge. In summary, taking into account the $288 I spent charging my car at home, I saved around $4,912 or nearly $5,000 for 2022. But what if I didn't have free supercharging? And chances are, if you're watching this right now, you don't have free supercharging as well. While supercharging prices change based on location and time, the average cost at my current supercharger is 37 cents per kilowatt hour. Thus, 5,000 kilowatt hours, or the amount of charge I did at the supercharger in 2022, would translate to around $1,850. To be honest with you, that's a lot higher than I expected, and I know a lot of people in the Tesla forums have voiced their concerns about the rising cost of supercharging. Thus, if I did have to pay for supercharging in 2022, my total cost would be $2,138. Even in that scenario, I would save a little over $3,000 for 2022. Okay, but what if I didn't supercharge and only charged at home for 2022? At 12 cents a kilowatt hour, 7,400 kilowatt hours, or my entire driving distance for 2022, costs around $888. When compared to gas, that's a total savings of $4,312. Therefore, charging at home is the most economical way of charging your Tesla or any electric vehicle. It's unfortunate that many Americans don't have the opportunity to take advantage of this because A, they don't have a garage, B, they don't have a place to charge overnight. I know that was a lot of numbers thrown at you, so here is a summary of all the numbers we just talked about. I saved almost $5,000 with free supercharging versus gas in 2022. I've been very fortunate to have free supercharging, but as the numbers show, even without free supercharging, I would have saved between $3,000 to $4,300 depending on my home charging or supercharging split. This is EV Sequoia, and I'm a new YouTube channel that does EV reactions, reviews, commentary, and news. If you like what you saw today, please click the like and subscribe button below. I have great content in the pipeline that I know you'll enjoy and find value in. Bonus content time. I only installed my level 2 charger at home in January 2022. So prior to that, I was only supercharging. So between the purchase of my vehicle in May of 2020 to January 2022, I only supercharged. That's a total of 15,300 kilowatt hours to go 26,000 miles between May 2020 to December 2021. Based on historical gas prices between those two periods, the average gas price for premium gas was $3.62. Going 26,000 miles would have cost me $3,889 for premium gas. Therefore, the total savings for 2.5 years of ownership versus a comparable gas car is $8,801. I know what some of you guys might be thinking right now. What about the maintenance costs? I've been fortunate during the ownership of this vehicle not to have any major repair. In September of 2022, my coolant valve was leaky, so I had to get that repaired for $514. I had to replace the two front brake pads and rotors of the Tesla at a cost of $245.58 for the Brembo rotors and $59.79 cents for the Brembo brake pads, as well as $100 in labor for a total cost of $405. I also replaced the tires at $140 a tire for a total price of $560. Lastly, it's not really a maintenance item, but as some of you might notice, the front bumper of the car is that of the 2016 refresh model, even though my car is the 2015 model. My brother and I bought the bumper and parts from eBay and replaced the front bumper to get the refresh look. The parts and shipping was $1,200 in total. And since we replaced it ourselves, the labor was free. In total, the cost of parts and maintenance over 2.5 years of ownership was $2,479. Taking into account the $8,801 of gas savings, my total savings over 2.5 years of ownership was $6,122. There you have it, a very in-depth breakdown of my total savings of owning a Tesla Model S in 2022, as well as the total cost of ownership. I hope you enjoyed the content, and remember to click like and subscribe for more great content in the future. I have some great things planned, and I know you'll enjoy it.